Short Story 110. Murder on the Midnight Express. The Midnight Express, a luxurious train known for its long journeys across the countryside, was bustling with passengers. Among them was Detective Harris, a man with a keen eye and a reputation for solving even the most puzzling cases. As the train rumbled along the tracks, a sudden commotion erupted from one of the first-class compartments. A wealthy businessman named Mr. Davenport had been found dead, slumped over his table, a single knife wound in his back. The train conductor immediately summoned Detective Harris, who arrived at the scene of the crime. The compartment was small and opulent, velvet curtains, polished wood, and a well-stocked bar. Mr. Davenport's body lay awkwardly, a look of surprise frozen on his face. Detective Harris began his investigation. He carefully examined the body, the position of the knife, and the surrounding area. It seemed that Mr. Davenport had been dining alone when he was attacked. The detective then turned his attention to the other passengers in the carriage. There was a glamorous actress, a nervous-looking professor, a young couple on their honeymoon, and a stoic elderly woman. Each person had a motive, or so it seemed. The actress, Miss Scarlett, was rumoured to have been blackmailed by Mr. Davenport. The professor, Mr. Plum, had been heard arguing with the victim about a failed business deal. The honeymooners, Mr. and Mrs. Green, were in debt and desperately needed money. And the elderly woman, Mrs. Peacock, had overheard Mr. Davenport making cruel remarks about her family. Detective Harris interviewed each suspect, noting their reactions and alibis. Miss Scarlett claimed she was taking a nap in her compartment. Mr. Plum said he was in the lounge reading. The newlyweds insisted they were admiring the view, and Mrs. Peacock maintained that she was knitting quietly in her seat. The detective meticulously gathered clues: a fingerprint on the knife, a torn piece of fabric caught on a chair, a strange smell lingering in the air. Each piece of evidence seemed to point to a different suspect. As the train hurtled through the night, Detective Harris assembled the suspects in the dining car. Tension hung in the air as everyone waited. "I have carefully reviewed the evidence and considered everyone's testimonies," the detective began, his voice steady and clear. "The killer is among us." He then meticulously laid out the clues, explaining how each piece of evidence connected to one of the suspects. The atmosphere in the train car became electric. The suspects exchanged nervous glances, their alibis starting to crumble. Finally, Detective Harris revealed the killer's identity. To everyone's surprise, it was the seemingly innocent young bride, Mrs. Green. Overwhelmed by debt, she had resorted to desperate measures. A collective gasp filled the room as Mrs. Green was arrested for murder. The other passengers looked on, a mix of shock and relief on their faces. Detective Harris had once again solved a perplexing crime. As the train rolled into its final destination, the passengers disembarked, whispering about the shocking events of the night. The Midnight Express murder would become a chilling tale, a reminder that danger can lurk even in the most luxurious settings. Vocabulary notes: general, bustling, full of activity and noise. Keen eye, good at noticing details. Rumbled, made a deep continuous sound. Commotion, a noisy disturbance. Opulent, luxurious and expensive. Stooped, bent over at the waist. Meticulous, very careful and precise. Rumoured, whispered or suspected to be true. Desperately, needing something very much. Meticulously, carefully and exactly. Hurled, moved very quickly in a rush. Tense, feeling nervous and worried. meticulously, carefully and exactly. Crumbling, becoming weak or failing. Electric, full of tension and excitement. Glances, quick looks. Overwhelmed, having too much to deal with. Chilling, frightening and disturbing. Lurks, hides or waits secretly. Specific. Detective, a police officer who investigates crimes. Conductor, the person in charge of a train. Compartment, a small separate room on a train. Velvet, a soft, rich fabric. Suspect, someone believed to be guilty of a crime. Motives, reasons for doing something. Blackmail, threatening to reveal embarrassing information unless money is paid. Alibis, reasons why someone could not have committed a crime. Fingerprints, unique marks on a person's fingers used for identification. Evidence, information that helps to prove something is true. Testimonies, accounts of what someone saw or heard. Dining car, a car on a train where passengers can eat meals. Debt, money that is owed. Measures, actions taken. Arrest, taking someone into custody by the police. Whisper, speak very quietly. Story written by Google Bard AI. Image created by Adobe Firefly AI. Hello, this is Steve. If you enjoyed this story, please would you click on the like icon and take the time to leave a meaningful comment. If you want to know when the next story has been uploaded, please click on the notify bell icon to be notified. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and tell your English learning friends so they can benefit too. Thank you.